KILR Killer Game.
Hello there, gamers, simmers, and pilots. I am the Killer Gamer. Hey, guess what? We're back here on Twitch. It's been a while. Yes, it has. I know it has. But for good reason. I've been working on some stuff for the Killer TV channel, which is going to just bring it into a whole new age. So there's some fun and exciting stuff that's coming. And I think you're all going to enjoy it. Anyways, here we are back with the lovely Flight Simulator 2020. Lovely, meaning I like to pick on it. For like the bugs and stuff that sometimes it has. And like how some planes don't really fly the way that they should. But I have been wanting to get Just Flight's Arrow when it first came out. I'm glad I didn't, because they just recently released the 3/4 Turbo or whatever it was, and now you can get a bundle pack with both of the arrow, both of those arrows in there for less. So that's what I did. And that's what we're gonna check out here. Okay, so let's just kind of scroll over here. And there they are, Just Flight. We've got the Arrow 3, we got the Turbo Arrow 3/4, or Turbo Arrow 3 and the Turbo Arrow 4. So I don't know, which one should we take here? They're about the same, aren't they? Let's take the 3. Just because. Oh, liveries. Yeah. Liveries. What kind of liveries do we have here? Red? Red's my favorite color, so we might stick with that one. Well, the other ones just kind of look blah. They look boring. Want something exciting? Give me an exciting livery. Alright, this'll do. This'll do! Alright, fuel. Whee! All the way up. Because that's how we do it here. Let's take a look at flight conditions. What do we got here? We got live traffic, live weather, etc., etc., etc. Now, where are we going to fly? That's a good question. Is my Meg still here, or did it disappear? Wouldn't you know, my Meg's airport once again does not show up on the map because of the update that Microsoft Flight Simulator has done. So my Meg's add-on that I have is not showing up anymore. We'll just... Oh, well, it's not KCMX, dummy. What is it? Yeah, I think it's KCGX, and it's not even popping up. Oh, this is the thing that really annoys me. I mean, I'm glad that, you know, Asobo Studios, Microsoft, whatever, is updating the simulator, but when it sits there and it makes other things incompatible, that really irritates the crap out of me. Yeah, so my Megs is gone. I can't use Merle C. Megs now. Where are we going to fly from? Salt Lake? Dwarf. The Dwarf Dam. I don't know. That sounds interesting. What's over here? Lewiston. Missoula International. Tri-Cities. Walla Walla. Boy, any place that's called Walla Walla has got to be interesting, right? Lower Loon Creek. Ooh, I know. Why don't we go from Walla Walla to Lower Loon Creek? That sounds like a plan. Alright, we're going to set this as our departure. Walla Walla Walla. Alright, well, we don't want to start on a runway. That's what cheaters do. Well, no offense to cheaters. We'll start over here on ramp 19. Oh, at the fuel box. Perfect. And you know what? I'm not going to put the destination airport on here. Why? Because I want to fly this the old-fashioned way. That's why. We'll go ahead and click fly, and then everything will crash and burn. And so this video stream has been brought to you by Mountain Dew USA. Do it. No, it hasn't been. I don't have. Oh, look at this! First available in 1977, the Turbo Arrow III. It was just mentioned down there. I wonder if that was added. That's kind of cool, though. What I was going to say is, yeah, I don't have any sponsors. That'll change soon. Sort of. Yeah, there are some interesting and unexpected things that are going to be coming. So, all right, great. Here we are. Got a nice looking plane here. The Arrow III. We'll go and click on this and try to figure out what in the heck I'm doing because I didn't read the instructions or anything. So, all right. I know a little bit here because I've seen some reviews and all this other stuff. All right, so what are we doing here? We want to take out the chocks and the tie downs. I'm not worried about that. Oh, yeah. I don't have to change anything. This is exactly what I want. I want old-fashioned navigation equipment. Just like that. That's perfect. I don't have to do anything. How do I get rid of this thing now? Can I... Nope, that don't do it. There's got to be a way to get rid of this. Anyone know? Is there like a button I need to click on? I want to get rid of this. I want this out of here. I don't want this. All right. If anyone knows how I can turn this off, that'd be great. Because apparently, well, that turns it on and off. But I want it out of here. I want it out. I want it out of the... I want to take this and I want to throw it out of the airplane. I don't want it. All right. Well, this is going to be interesting. Since I've never started this thing. Let's see. Let's turn over here and go to... Let's see. This is autopilot. Heading. Like phone. Okay. Altitude hold disabled. What? What do you mean disabled? Oh, well, maybe it's because this is turned off. I don't know. Well, we know we need that up. I hope the parking brake is on. It is. Probably needs power. Where's the power at? Is this it? Oh, you notice my pop-ups are all showing up? That means that my One of the things that I put in here is not working. What is this? Hold on. There we go. Yeah, one of my plugins is not working apparently. What the heck is this? I can't even read it. Of course, the pop-up doesn't tell me at all. It says it on everything else, but when it matters, there's no pop-up. Just throw this up here a little bit. Woo! There we go! I think. There we go. Yeah, no, we are moving! Woo! Alright. Okay, so here we are. Where are we going? Walla Walla or something? We're at Walla Walla. I don't know. Let's just make something up. We'll just fly. We'll just fly in a direction. Let's see. What's off in this direction? Coppertown, Butte, Montana. There's Dillon, Montana. Let's fly to Butte. Why not? Let's see. 111.60. I like the sounds. The sounds are really good. Okay, we don't have anything. Ooh, primer. Got a whole bunch of neat stuff here. Apparently, we don't have a VOR anywhere close. There is Lewiston, which is, man, I'm blind. 108.20. Ooh, I got no signal there either. Maybe we have to get off the ground before we get a signal. That's fine. We can do that. I'm gonna try to get us to move here. We're not moving. We'll just go right through that. There we go. I haven't touched this in a while, so a lot of my add-ons and stuff, I don't know if I need to update them or what the case is. So I just decided, well, instead of just, you know, wasting time doing all that. Uh-oh, I'm not turning here. Why am I not turning? Okay. Because I'm going too fast? Maybe? I don't know. Yeah, I figured I would just kind of go on and just do a flight, you know? Just kind of laid back flight. I'll worry about updating all my add-ons and stuff later. Get out of my way. Get out of the way! It seems as though the faster I go, the less I'm able to move this thing.
Alright, this is...
Look at this. When I move the rudder, it makes a
want.
clicking sound. Clack, clack, clack. Clank, clank. I don't know what runway we're using. I'm just kind of taxiing around. That's all I'm doing. Just like, you know, those vehicles are just kind of driving around. Alright. Is this the end of the runway? Or is it just the beginning? Or is it just a taxiway? It's just a taxiway. Have they fixed the issue of, like, taxi lights being in the middle of the taxiway? You guys know what I'm talking about? Alright, this is, you'd be taxiing and there'd be, like, blue lights or something right here in the middle. I hope they clean that up. I gotta say, even though it's been a while since I've actually done a live stream and done an actual flight, it feels good to climb back into the cockpit here and do a flight. It's a reward for all my hard work and effort that I've been working on behind the scenes. All right, this is not the one we want. Now, something that I would like to do is to get the same Arrow bundle for P3D and X-Plane. I would like to get the same one for those. I got a feeling I'm going to fall in love with this aircraft. Which direction are we heading here? This is basically the right direction. Look at that, I didn't even need to pull up on the stick. Ooh, oh, that was a smooth takeoff, and I didn't even do anything. Yes. Looks like Nav 2 has got itself locked in here. Let's go ahead and get ourselves centered. There we go. That is our direction. Now let's see here. What do we have for autopilots? We got heading on, heading off. Let's turn that on. Ooh, I think we need to do this. Okay. There we go. I don't think we have an altitude hold, do we? See, there's heading. Apparently this whole thing doesn't work. Why? Why? Come on, Just Flight. Yeah, it doesn't look like we have an altitude hold at all. What is this? Auto... I have no idea. I don't know what that is. It's just a blinking light. Apparently I'm going to have to use a combination of pitch and power to get ourselves to level off. I think my elevator trim is working. Let's see. Where is the trim? I don't even see it. I'm holding it down on my controller and it's doing something. Is this it? That's rudder trim. Okay, if there's rudder trim, there's got to be... What's this? Cabin heat. Some are like, why don't you read the instructions before you fly it? I don't know why. This is more fun. Fly low. Hey. I'm doing pretty good. Ooh, there's a shiny... Ah, look! Bright light! Bright light! I gotta check on my plugins. Because apparently I got... Oh, no, that's right. Okay, so that one's working. It has been a long while since I have actually played this. The last time I played this, it was on version 1.11, and now it's version 1.16, if that gives you any idea. But this is one plane that I really wanted to get my hands on. And I'm actually glad I waited till now because I was able to get the bundle, which has the Piper 28R and then the Turbo Arrow 3/4. So I was able to get both for cheaper. Yeah, it's running pretty good, actually. It's running pretty nice. I would like to get rid of this. I don't know how. I'm sure there's a button to click to get rid of this thing. I just don't know what it is. Yeah, Killer Gamer. Let's go ahead and just mow the lawn since we're close enough to it. Uh-oh! We're getting a raid. Well, hello, everybody. Look at this. It's been like months since I've been streaming. And we got people joining in. How awesome. Pretty awesome. And all of you who are following are just awesome. I gotta tell you, you're all killer awesome. Appreciate you all coming. We're just doing a free flight. We're not really doing anything special here. Where are we, Montana? Took off from Walla Walla. Sorry, I'm like scrolling through the messages and it's scrolling the simulator at the same time. Oh, tell them about my flight sim setup. Okay. I'm not sure if you mean like physical setup. Well, for one, I got VR headset. I just decided not to do VR on this one. But some of you may or may not know that I do classic flight simulation, going all the way back to the first Microsoft Flight Simulator. And I have tons of add-ons and expansions for all the old simulators. And it's not just Microsoft. I also got ProPilot, Fly from Terminal Reality. I've got X-Plane 5 through 11. So if you like to see all the different simulators, the old ones, the new ones, I've got P3D version 4.5 and also 5. Then, hey, this is a great channel to follow so you can see some of that stuff. Now, I'm not streaming as much as I did in the past. That's because my YouTube channel, which is KILR TV, KILR TV, I've been working behind the scenes on some new content that's going to be coming. And it's been taking a lot of time to work on that, so I haven't been streaming as a result. But I'm slowly kind of getting back into things here, and we'll be getting back to some streams. But over there on KILR TV, over on YouTube, I've got hundreds of videos of all the different classic simulators. So if you've been curious to see what X-Plane 6 looks like, or X-Plane 7, or Flight Simulator 4 with add-ons, or 98 or whatever, then you're going to want to head over to my YouTube channel, because I've got loads and loads of videos over there that you can check out. Now, just for fun, this is the first time that I've actually flown this aircraft. I just bought it this morning. It's something that I've been wanting to get since they first announced it. Well, that was the Arrow 28R, but I didn't get it then I'm glad I waited to now because I was able to get the bundle pack, which has got the 28R and the Arrow 3 Turbo 3 and 4. So, and I want to get the same aircraft for P3D and also X-Plane 11. I think it would be kind of neat to kind of compare the aircraft between the three simulators and see how they feel in terms of flight mechanics. Seeing that's some of the fun stuff that you can see on this channel. You'll be able to see some fun comparisons between all the different simulators. I do more stuff besides Flight Simulator, by the way. So far, this seems to be flying pretty nicely. I have a yellow light that's blinking. I have no idea what it is. Maybe it's important. I don't know. Auto extender off. Oh, is that my... Nope. I have no idea. See, like I said, I haven't read the manual yet, so I'm just kind of flying free. Just hopped into the airplane, flicked some switches, and took off. We're flying Flight Simulator 2 style. Hop into the airplane and take off. We're not doing any flight plans. Nothing like that. We are tuned into a VOR. I don't think we'll hit those mountains just yet. I've got Navigraph. So here we are. I got ourselves tuned in to this right here, Lewiston. Oh, here it is. So I got ourselves tuned into the Lewiston VOR right here. And on Nav 1, I've got Butte selected. So I figure, hey, let's just fly over here to Butte, and then I don't know, we'll go from there. Maybe we'll go from Butte to Du Bois, Iowa. So what I was really excited about this airplane is this right here. No, not the menu thing that pops up. This right here. Old-fashioned navigation. I love this. Don't have any, silly little electronic screens or nothing. Just old-fashioned radios. Just like it was in Flight Simulator 2. I love, and 1. I like this. Fly to Spirit of St. Louis Airport? Sure, why not? You want to hang with us? We'll fly to St. Louis. Why not? Near Lambert. I did do some flights. I've got a Flight Simulator 4 flight that I did to St. Louis over on YouTube. I think I flew an airliner on that one. What was it, UPS or something? I don't know. I'm like looking at all the autopilot settings. It looks like there is not an altitude hold on here. There's a heading hold, and then, whoops. Oh yeah, this is like disabled. This doesn't work. I'm a little disappointed by that. Of course, on this digital screen, there might be something on here in regards to auto. Oh, that's co-pilot. I thought I saw something in here in regards to autopilot. What is this? I don't want that. I want to turn this off. That's what I want to do. Refill oil. Oh, medvac. Oh, that's pretty cool. I love it. You know, I love it when real pilots actually come on to either watch my videos or watch my streams. It's really cool having pilots come on. Quite a few get entertained on the way that I sort of kind of fly. I'm pretty good with general aviation, but if you're looking for a comedy show, watch one of my airline flights. They're interesting. See, on this channel, whenever I fly an airline flight and I happen to land it nice and smooth and on the runway, it's a cause for celebration. You know, we pull out the champagne and cheese, I guess. I don't know. And we have a celebration. Just ask Flylow. He knows all about it, doesn't he? He knows all about my airline flights. I don't know if I remember PMDG was going to release a DC-6. I think I do. I do remember reading that somewhere. Well, you see, Flylow, there's a trick in my book of flying in regards to walking away from flights, and that's turning crash detection off. Turn off crash detection and we can essentially walk away from any flight we want to. See, even if I take this plane and nose it straight down to the ground, we can still walk away from it. Because I have a superpower, and that superpower is turning off crash detection. Actually, to be honest, the reason why I turned the crash detection off on this, I thought it was too sensitive, because when I was flying, it gave me a message like aircraft stress, and it just went black. And I don't like how they handle crash detection in Flight Sim 2020. So I turned it off. That was the reason why I turned it off. Now, do we have a distance measuring equipment on this thing? Let's see. What kind of goodies do we have on this plane here? Ah, here we go. I think this is it right here. Sounds nice. All right, 108. Oh, hold on here. Yay! There we go. See, I don't have to read the instruction book. I can figure this out. 25 miles. 25 miles to Lewiston. Ryan Ayer's new saying. Okay, so here we go. Which one's worse, Ryan Air or Spirit Airlines? Spirit. I was watching a video yesterday. I don't know if any of you watch on YouTube Rhett and Link, the Good Mythical Morning. If not, I highly recommend it. Those are two very entertaining people. And they recently did a video called Which Food... No, not Which Food, sorry. Oh, yeah, no, it was Which Food Would You Rather? That's right. It was that one. And... Okay, and so the choices, for example, like one of the first things that they had deviled eggs in front of them. And they had to pick an answer between what would you rather do, and that had to be whatever the mythical audience had chosen. So, for example, they had these deviled eggs, and on one side it said, would you rather vomit on a stranger, or would you have a stranger vomit on you? And so they had a poll saying, okay, what did the viewers vote for the most? And so they have to guess between the two foods in front of them, and whichever one is the wrong answer has something nasty in it. And so one of them was, if you were to give something up, would you give up all fast food restaurants except for Subway, or would you rather be allowed to only fly on one airline, and that being Spirit? And most people voted for they would rather give up not being able to fly on any airline, including Spirit. So I thought that was kind of a funny thing. It has been a few months since I've flown this, so it's really nice to be able to go back into this again. And I think the next flight that I do, we won't do it today, But I think the next flight that I do, I'm going to do it in VR. Because if you haven't flown this in VR, it's pretty awesome. I've done some videos flying in VR with this, with P3D, and also X-Plane 11, and each one has something great about it. Out of the three, I think X-Plane is more optimized for VR. But when it comes to the scenery, it's very questionable, especially when you have the photo scenery, oh crap, I forgot, the ortho photos. Up in the air, the ortho photos look fine, but when you get closer and the overlays for the roads don't quite match up with the ortho photos, it looks tacky, and it's even more noticeable in VR. But flight-wise, it's really nice. When it comes to VR, I have the Oculus Rift S is what I have. And I know they have like the new Rift or whatever that's coming out, or that is already out. I like the Rift S because, I mean, I don't intend to use it as a standalone headset. I think I read somewhere that you need more processing power if you're using the other Rift. What is the other Rift? Let me look. Quest. That's right, the Oculus Quest. Yeah, so the Oculus Quest 2, yeah, it's nice. You've got a headset where you don't need to plug it into a computer or anything. That's kind of nice. But I've read all kinds of reviews and stuff, and some are saying that your PC needs to have more power in order to make use of that headset. Whereas you don't really need that with the Rift S. And either way, the Oculus Quest or the Rift S2, what was it? It was like $299. So if you're looking for a great VR headset that's going to give you what you need without costing, $800 or more, then I recommend the Oculus. The only drawback to it is that you have to have a Facebook account. It's not too big of a deal. Just if you have a Facebook account, either don't post on it very much and don't get political, and your account won't get banned. Because, hey, Facebook, they like to censor things that they don't agree with, and the last thing you want is to have be deplatformed from Facebook and you not being able to use your headset. So yeah, just a little something there. I'd hate for anyone to have to go through that. I do have a Facebook account for Killer TV and Killer Gamer. I don't do much with it, to be honest. I've been trying to do a little something with it in hopes of pulling in a little bit more of an audience, but most of the communication that I do on social media is through Twitter. I wonder what river we got here. Where are we at? We're 8 miles from Lewiston? Oh, let me pull up a map. Let's find out. Lewiston, oh, what are we in? Idaho? Well, that would make sense. I think we're flying right over Lewiston right now. Yeah, we just crossed the border of Washington and Idaho. Is what we did. This is it. This is the border right here of Washington and Idaho. And Lewiston is right up here. Oh, and there's a Lewis and Clark Valley Wine Alliance there, apparently. Well, I think we're going to need to take a look at that. Let's see, where are we? I got pop-ups ever since I installed my Magix music maker. It's kind of annoying. Let's pull up Microsoft Edge here. Let's see, Lewiston, Idaho. Show me a map. Okay, so here we go. Here's the map. We got the mountains up there. We saw that. The Lewis-Clark Valley Wine Alliance is somewhere up here, according to Google Maps. And that would be my cat's Tux back there, who just got fixed yesterday. You're supposed to be more quiet now, little girl. She went through surgery yesterday, and she's got more energy than what she did before. How does that work? Some of the roads really don't look like roads when you look at it closely. USA VFR, yeah, that would be kind of cool. In VR. I definitely want to check this thing out in VR. I think this is going to be my new favorite airplane. What happened? This thing is not... Oh, here we go. Whoops. What did I just do? I hit something. So one of the things that we did, I was doing a across the world tour with Flight Simulator 2020. I was doing live streams on them. They were like 5, 6, 7, heck, 12-hour flights. I had to back away from it. It was getting to be, it was really getting tiring. But I do want to get back to that, but I doubt I don't think I'm going to do that every single day, but like I was. But while I was doing that, the places that we were flying by or flying near, we would talk about the city and some of the stuff that is there. And so that's what I'm looking at here for Lewiston, Idaho, since we just passed it. So Lewiston is a city and the county seat of Nez Perce County, Idaho. 9th largest in the state. Population is about 31,894. What kind of other stuff? Oh yeah, we pulled up real pictures and stuff of the places that we were flying by. Also, what is this? So here you go. These are real pictures of Lewiston, Idaho that we just recently passed. So you can see the that T-shaped river that we were looking at. There's the mountains. Public Works. Gives you an idea of where we're at in Idaho. Lewiston Hill. That's an interesting bridge. Let's see, and I pulled up some information here on Idaho. Let me pull this up. Lewiston was founded in 1861 in the wake of a gold rush, which began the previous year near Pierce, northeast of Lewiston. The Port of Lewiston is Idaho's only seaport, and it has the distinction of being the furthest inland port east of the West Coast. The Lewiston Nez Perce County Airport serves the city by air. The main industries in Lewiston are agriculture, paper, and timber, as well as light manufacturing. Manufacturing maintains a very important and growing presence in Lewiston, being the headquarters of ammunition makers, CCI and Spear Bullets. So word has it that ammunition is hard to come by in the United States, so I guess if you really need ammunition, go to Idaho. Go to Lewiston, Idaho. It's also the home to the Lewis Clark State College, which is a public undergraduate college. Community activities in Lewiston include the Dogwood Festival, Hot August Nights, and the Lewiston Roundup. I'm curious about the Hot August Nights and the Lewiston Roundup. Oh, heck, the Dogwood Festival. That sounds kind of cool, too. Let's see, there's history about the city, blah, 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 blah. The Lower Granite Dam, levees, the orchards, climate. Record highs, May through September. Hey, let's just say June, because it's June now. 111. It can get up to 111 degrees Fahrenheit, 44 degrees Celsius. That's hot. Highways, demographics, culture. The town has a large Christmas festival that includes a number of lighted displays in the downtown area at the site of what was originally the Johann D.C. Thiessen Mansion and Ranch, which is now the Locomotive Park. It's named that because of the retired locomotive steam engine 92 and the Camas Prairie RR caboose. On display in the middle, large trees and pathways are decorated lights from Thanksgiving to New Year's. Speaking of locomotives and cabooses, another thing that I have done on this channel is Train Simulator. So if you're into trains, I have done that, and I am planning on getting back to that as far as the Train Simulator is concerned. I want to look up these festivals. I'm really curious about these festivals. Alright, I'm going to type this stuff in. I want to see what this is. There's a Facebook page for the Dogwood Festival. Here's events for Lewiston, Idaho. Let's not cover the whole thing here. Never know, I could be running into that hill that we're about ready to hit. Alright, there we go. Okay, so Lewiston Dogwood Festival, Art Under the Elms. This doesn't have anything to do with it, I don't think. Art Under the Elms began in 1984, blah, blah, blah. Children are encouraged to create their own art with the Center for Arts and History and the Interactive Art and Museum. So, Moscow Farmers Market. Interesting. $4 for the entire weekend. That's kind of cool. This is disturbing. Let's see if I can find anything else. That doesn't really say much, does it? I don't know. Let's go to that Facebook page. Let's see what we got here. So this is the Dogwood Festival of the Lewis Clark Valley. This is in Lewiston. It's an official news release. Oh, for crying out loud, I don't care. No, I don't want to do any of that. No, I just want to look at it. I don't want to log in or create anything. Here's some art right here. This is done by a 9-year-old. Yeah, so it's an art festival. That's cool. There you go. Look at this. Wow, look at the trees. And you can bring your dog. Oh! I love these trees. Wow, let's click on that. Isn't that cool? Okay, so there you go. We've got trying to whoa, don't want to go that way. Go this way. There we go. So we know what the Dogwood Festival is now at Lewiston. Let's see. The other one was Hot August Nights. Let's see what that is there in Lewiston. Got a website just for that too. Hot August Nights. This is for this year. It's going to be the 35th anniversary event. Make your plans now. August 26th to 28th, 2021. Lewiston's Hot August Nights is an annual event taking over beautiful downtown Lewiston. The events kick off Thursday afternoon at Rogers Toyota Show and Shine, where participants can pick up their goodie bags and register for the event. Friday afternoon is Quad Cities Tire and Auto 4x4 show. It sounds like Hot August Nights has to do with vehicles. Let's see, blah, blah, blah. Special thanks. Where's all the... Here's events, home... Show and Shine, our sponsors, local lodging, about. Okay, this started in 1987, began as a way to bring the Lewis-Clark Valley a taste of great music and artists. Here, I can read this, you don't need to see that. So that way I'm not blocking the view of the airplane here. It's for a taste of great music and artists they never had a chance to experience before. After the initial success of the first few years, a classic car show was added to the mix. Now the Valley has its own true summer experience, a local classic car show. There you go. That's what Hot August Nights is all about. Hot Rod Show. Hey, they got Toyota there. Does that mean you can bring a Toyota Prius? Look at my Toyota Prius! Isn't this thing awesome? I'd say rev up the engine, but it would just be, you know, batteries half the time. Let's look at registration. How much does it cost to register? Let's see. Cutoff time for online car, truck, and motorcycle registrations will be Wednesday, August 25th. Entry fee is $30 for gold and $20 for silver. You got me. I don't know. I guess that's like a gold pass, silver pass. The first 300 entries for the Saturday Show and Shine includes registration. Well, that's a good thing. A goodie bag. What's in the goodie bag? I don't know. Dash plaque, 2021 event T-shirt, and a cruise pass for one vehicle. That's the gold registration only. Click here to register online today. Well, that's the registration fee. I don't know if that is like how much it costs to get in. It might be free to get in. Oh, they have a gallery for 2020. Let's take a look at it. Trying to level us off here. All right, here's some pictures here from the gallery from hot August nights. Hot? Well, yeah. We're off to a good start here. Don't tell my wife. Anyway, here is a car. Ah, look at this. Wait, that's a Ford Charger, right? I think so. Sweetness! That is a beautiful, beautiful car. That's a PT Cruiser, isn't it? No, I don't think so. It's one of the older ones. Beauty! Love that. No truck there. Yeah, I don't think we're going to find any Priuses at this at this car show. Wow, look at that engine, all nice and shiny. Wow. Well, that's a modern car. Scrambler. There's a work truck there for you. The first thing I thought of when I saw this van was the mystery van from Scooby-Doo. That's the first thing that I thought of. See, look at this. You get to see hot August nights right here on the Killer Gamer channel. Things you don't expect. I don't believe anyone else does this on their flights. Boy, that's all very, very rustic. I don't mean that in a bad way. More down to earth. You know what I mean? Not all nice and shined up. You know, it shows its age, but not in a bad way. If that makes sense. It's kind of like, let's say, women, for example. You've got women who have a natural beauty to themselves. My wife, for example, she's pretty the way she is, and she doesn't wear makeup very often. But when she does, it just adds to the beauty. So, like this vehicle here has its own natural beauty to it. So that's what I mean. You got this right here. Mopar. Low rider. Low rider. I never understood these vehicles because you could easily damage the bottom of your car. Now, chances are this is probably one of those vehicles that pumps up. But there are people that drive lowriders. I don't understand that because I think you're just scraping the bottom of your vehicle by doing that. I like the green on this. Oh, this is interesting. I've never seen a car like that. Ooh. This looks like something I would see out of Miami Vice. Doesn't this look like a car that Crockett would drive? I know the first car that he drove was a Spider. What is that, a toy? Car show. Let me bring my little a Cub Scout Derby car. I think I still have mine. I have my, yeah, it's right here. Hold on. So when I was in the Cub Scouts, this was my Derby car that I created. And I had, if I remember correctly, I had a Matchbox car that had this same look. And I was like, it was like my favorite car to play with. And so I made a Derby car with the help of my stepfather. We had to put screws in here to give it some weight. So there's like screws on the back. There's like one here as a steering wheel, 2 people. I kind of pretend that these were all engines on the back, 2 up front for headlights, 2 things on the side for doors. You know, because they had to have some weight in order to give it some speed. And I remember during the race, you know, people's cars were just like zoom, and mine just went. I was so disappointed. I'm like, my cool car, and it just like, yeah. It was not very fast at all. Okay, that's a lot of cars there, so. Hydraulics, yeah, exactly, Fly Low, on that one lowrider. So see what you need to do. Get yourself a car, enter that show, and you can make a secondary username and call it Drive Low, Drive Low 87. Meanwhile, we've flown over 10,000 feet. I was looking at Navigraph, but I don't want to cheat, you know, and try to fly to Butte, Montana using Navigraph. I'm going to adjust my heading though a bit until we get a signal here. Oh, you know, Europe to Idaho, I don't see a problem. And who says you have to do that? Just come to the States, buy your car in the States, take it over to Idaho, and then afterwards take it back to Europe or sell it. I don't know. Or you could do what I did. You could build your own. Who says it has to be a life-size car? One of those pictures wasn't life-size, so just, come over to go over to Idaho, create a small little lowrider. All right, so there was one other thing that Lewiston had, and it was the Lewiston Roundup. Now, just from the sound of that sounds like cattle, probably like a country festival. The website is the Lewiston Roundup. She's wild. All right, let's see what this is. Here it is, September 8th to 11th. This is the Lewiston Roundup. Yep, it's bull riding. This is the 87th annual Lewiston Roundup. Look, we even have a countdown. 98 days, 09 hours, 12 minutes, and 38 seconds until the Lewiston Roundup. So here's some facilities and rentals, upcoming events, car crashes, community involvement. What's this? What is this? She's Wild store. Yeah. Absolutely. Wild as in Let's see, Saturday Night Rodeo sponsors. Who cares about those? Alright, let's see what else we got here. 2021. Yeah, we got Extreme Bulls. There's a parade, Grand Marshal, Chicks and Chaps. Alright, hold on. We got to look at this. Come on. Oh, this doesn't show us anything. I was hoping for pictures. She's wild. Okay, Demolition Derby, yeah. Oh! I wanted to see something. Local girls barrel racing. Come on, show me some pictures. Oh, well, not quite what I was looking for. Dress code. Contestants must wear a long-sleeved Western shirt or blouse and a Western hat or approved helmet. Lewiston Roundup, local girls barrel racing champions. This is cool. Oh, look at this. They have it all going all the way back to 1960. Don't they have pictures or anything? Let's take a look at tickets. Purchase your tickets in advance. I guess to watch the bulls, it's $20. Oh, either that or it's to ride the bull. I don't know. General admission, looking about $15. That's not too bad. I'll see if I can find some pictures here. There we go. Well, that's a horse. Wow, that's fast. That's the parade. Here we go. Here's some lassoing some cattle here. Looks like he's wearing a bicycle helmet. Now I'm going to go back. It looks like there is a video. Hopefully we don't get some type of copyright claim or something. Oh, never mind. It doesn't play. It's just a screenshot of a play button. So there you go. We got some information on Lewiston, Idaho, which is way back there. How many miles? 47 miles. All right, what is this? It's a Garmin. We don't need this. we don't need a Garmin. We got some old-fashioned radios here. Let's see. Let's tune this into 111.6. Okay, we don't have a signal yet. Double check and make sure we've got the right yeah, 111.6. Yeah, there's a lot of great cowboy cultures, especially in the West United States. Oh, and you know what? If you go to Idaho, they are known for potatoes. Potatoes. Or as Samwise Ganges would say, potatoes! Mash them, boil them, put them in a stew. What's taters, precious? There is something called Idaho Spuds. It is a candy. You can order that from Amazon. So you can get this Idaho Spud. It's like shaped like a potato, and it's got like marshmallow inside. Yeah, we've gotten this before. Ooh, $36.99. I might just have to order these. My wife loves these Idaho Spuds. And of course, look at the rating. Idaho Spuds is a popular thing. Yeah, whipped cocoa flavored marshmallow center covered in dark chocolate and sprinkled with coconut. It's an old-fashioned specialty candy since 1918. So yeah, go get yourself some Idaho Spuds today. They are good. Okay, so something that I did is I turned off the moving map on this. I turned it off so that way I don't know where I'm at. So that way we can do some old-fashioned navigation and try to make our way to Butte, Montana. So here is the Lewiston VOR right here. And according to this, it looks like if I were to go... Let's see, that way's north. Yeah, it looks like east. East from here is down this direction. I think we're going to need to change it to maybe a heading of 080 or 07. Let's try 075. So what we're going to do over here is we're going to change this to... Oh, nope, we can't. We no longer have the signal. Uh-oh. Okay, new plan. What other VORs are out here that we can try to tune into? What about Salmon? There's a VOR over here, Salmon. We might be able to pick up McCall, 116.20. We'll try this and we'll try this. We'll see if we can pull up one of those VORs there. Let's see, Salmon was 113.5. Yeah, there we go. We have a signal. Okay, so looking at this, this would get us to Butte. It looks like this is a heading of 023. So let's set this to, well, let's center it. There we go. That's what we'll do. Okay, so we'll fly to that VOR, and when we get to it, we'll head at a heading of 025, and that should get us to Butte, Montana. Unless this tunes in here, then we'll fly directly there. All right, so we need to change our heading here. I don't think this affects this. Oh, but this one does. Okay, cool. Wow, we're 95 miles away from that VOR. From Salmon. Hey, John. Yes, I do live. How about that? We haven't done an external view. Let's do that. So here it is. This is the Arrow, the Just Flight Arrow III. She is definitely a beauty, I gotta tell you that. It sounds, all the sounds are very, very nice. Look at that. So what we're going to do is we're going to fly to Here, we'll do an external view here for a bit. Give you a chance to enjoy some outside shots. We're going to fly to Butte, Montana. How about we land and we'll take a short break, and then we'll switch over to the Turbo 4, the Arrow 4, and we'll fly that one. for some odd reason, I can't do a full screen window on FS 2020. I'm not sure why. I am annoyed, though, that my Merrill C. Meigs Airport once again does not work because of Asobo's updates. I'm glad that they're updating the game, but I hate that their updates are breaking add-ons. So I can't fly out of Meigs again, which makes no sense. It's a third-party airport. It should just work. So at the moment we are flying to Salmon. I think it's Salmon, Montana. No, it's Idaho. So we're flying to Salmon, Idaho, just so we don't get lost. So I've got Navigraph up here, but I turned off the moving map because I want to do some old-fashioned flying, you know, using just VORs. So we were here at Lewiston. We're flying in this direction, so that way I can pick up the Coppertown, Butte, Montana VOR. Why? Because of this beauty here of the old-fashioned nav radios. Just like how we did it in the old flight simulator. So I had to go on Twitter and I had to correct the MSFS official Twitter site because they said, oh, look, this is what 36 years of progress looks like. They show this and then they show this. Although that's really cool, this is not Flight Simulator 1. This is Flight Simulator 2. How do I know that? Because there's two nav radios and there's a DME. That did not show up until Flight Simulator 2. Flight Simulator 1 only has one nav radio, no DME. I believe this down here was like an RPM gauge. The transponder was like it went all the way across the radio stack here. Yeah, so I had to correct them. And for some of you, I've done a Flight Simulator 1 series over on YouTube, flying in the Chicago area from Vore to Vore. So we know what Microsoft Flight Simulator 1 looks like, as we flew it on the channel. And some of that I actually streamed here on Twitch. I think Flight Simulator 2 came out in 1984, whereas Flight Sim 1 came out in 1982. So why did they put 36 years of progress? Hold on. Why didn't they just put the whole thing? It's 2021. So it's actually been 39 years of progress, not 36. Of course, they're showing Flight Simulator. If you look at it that way, I suppose it was 36 years of progress. But why do that? Why not just say this is 39 years of progress? All the way from the very first Flight Simulator. Why would you just go to Flight Simulator 2? Well, no, Microsoft Flight Simulator 1 was Microsoft, and that did come out in 1982. And on the loading screen, when you load, it has a one of those fun facts that says the very first Microsoft Flight Simulator was 1982. Yeah, Microsoft Flight Simulator 1 is actually... Was it based off of Sublogic? No. Let me look it up here. Yeah, Sublogic Flight Simulator 1 was a completely different thing. Come on, show me the wiki site. There it is. Okay, so Microsoft Flight Simulator 1 came out in November of 1982. So it's 38 years, not 39 at the moment. Flight Simulator 2 came out in 1984. Flight Simulator 3 came out in mid-1988. Flight Simulator 4 came out the year after that. Now, Sublogic Flight Simulator, that came out in 1979 for the Apple II and 1980 for the TRS-80. And then Sublogic Flight Simulator 2, which we've done on this channel with the Commodore 64, that came out on the Apple II. It came out in 1983. On the Commodore 64, it came out in June of 1984. So Microsoft Flight Simulator 1 was the first improvement on the Flight Simulator series between Sublogic and Microsoft. So, and then Sublogic developed Flight Simulator 2. And then later, that same year in 1984, well, it doesn't say what month, but I believe Microsoft Flight Simulator 2 was a port of Sublogic Flight Simulator 2 because they look alike. Just like the third generation of Sublogic, where they didn't call it Sublogic Flight Simulator 3, although technically it was. That was for the Commodore Amiga, the Atari ST, and the Apple Macintosh. And Microsoft Flight Simulator 3 was a port of that. No, I think it was a poly model. We can find out, as a matter of fact. Has anybody been following this whole thing about UFO reports? I haven't. I don't know what in the heck is going on with the whole... They're saying something about the UFOs in the U.S. Navy. I haven't watched it. I hear that and I'm just like... I'm like, whatever. With the way our society is going right now, I don't even know why aliens would bother. At this point, there's no intelligent life on this planet, so they might as well just move on. It's not even worth conquering at this point. Alright, let's see. It was PC XT. Nope. Nope. Ah, okay, that's what it was. We're going to answer your question there, John. That should sound familiar. Okay, so this is the video that I did from Microsoft Flight Simulator 1, Meigs Field to Chicago O'Hare as part of the tour. Recording of a previous video that I have done. Because
it wasn't just a stick, it was
found a way.
But take a look at this, see? There's only one comm radio, one nav radio. Here's the transponder, here's the time. This is the RPMs right here. So just as I said, this is Flight Simulator 1 right here. Okay, yeah, this was the messed up version of Flight Simulator 1. I was really excited when I can get Flight Simulator 1 to look the way it was supposed to look.
Alright, so let's go ahead and talk about let's not talk about. Let's show some footage here of taking off. Okay, I see what I'm doing. So here I am taxiing to runway 36 because it the default location was a little further up the runway. It's 167 views. That's basically clicks. Don't let that fool you. Now it looks like a stick there, but as we get closer, you'll see there it goes right there. The virus comes from aliens. Yeah, John, that would make sense. Because if you start right at the beginning of 36, yeah, you're just going to see a matchstick. But look how beautiful that is. Now, I'm not being facetious here. What I'm saying is that Flight Simulator 1 is looking exactly the way it's supposed to look. And my channel, not the gloat, my channel is the only one on YouTube that is showing it exactly how it's supposed to look. Everyone else and even my very first flight sim, the first video that I did looked just like this. Do you see how all the lines are all over the place here? When you use an emulator, for some reason, it does this. It doesn't do it on Flight Simulator 2, but on Flight Simulator 1, it looks like this. I had to use a very specific emulator for the IBM 5150, and when I did that, I got it to look the way it should. Watch what happens when we turn. Look at this. It just looks awful. Yeah, so John Hancock Tower. Yeah, I think the Sears is like right next to it. Or over to the side. Yeah, so Flylow, it's not that it was a graphical bug. It's because the emulator, if you use PC emulator to emulate an IBM 5150 or DOSBox, even though it wasn't really a DOS game, I think you can still run it on DOSBox. The graphics were messed up. It's not supposed to be like that. If you were to play it on a real IBM from that time, it would look correct. And for a while there, I was kind of asking around saying, hey, did Flight Simulator 1 really look as buggy as I saw it? And someone said no. And it wasn't until I found that IBM 5150 very specific emulator that I was able to get Flight Simulator 1 to work and look the way it should. And I got to tell you, when I was able to accomplish that, I was so excited, because I wanted to do a short series, you know, flying in the Chicago area with it. And I wanted to give that version of Flight Simulator some justice because nobody else was. So I wanted to do a proper series with it. And yeah, I was happy. I was happy to be able to get it working the way it was supposed to work. Like, yeah, let me pull this up again so you can see it. Okay, so this is how Flight Simulator 1 is supposed to look. You can see the lines, they're not all over the place. It's just the way it should be. I'll wait for it to take off, and then when it turns, you'll see that it doesn't do what we saw on the other one. We're looking back. Everything looks fine. Now we should be turning here in a moment. Hopefully. There it goes. See, we're turning. Do you see how it's all nice and clean? The lines aren't going all over the place. This is how it's supposed to be. And I'm the only one on YouTube that's got a video. The last time I checked, I'm the only one that's got Flight Simulator 1 looking the way it's supposed to look. Yeah, by the way, that CRT screen, the reason why it's got that look is because I'm doing a composite color. The only way that you can get color in Flight Simulator 1 and 2 is by using composite output. So if you were to output it to a TV, that was the only way that you got color. If you hooked it up to a regular monitor, it was either black and white or monochrome or like green or whatever. So yeah, you had to hook it up to an actual television or composite in order to get the color. We're 38 miles from Salmon, but we still can't pick up Butte. That's weird. I would have thought we would have picked it up by now. CGA. Not too much to see out here. Just flying over some mountains. Oh yeah, so John, something I mentioned earlier. The last time that I played the Flight Sim 2020, it was on version 1.11, and it's now 1.16. That's how long it was since I last touched this. So this is it right here, the PA-28R Arrow 3 and the Turbo Arrow 3-4. I got the bundle for this, and I'm glad I waited to get it, because now I have both. And it's a cheaper price than if you had bought them separately. And so you can have a Garmin here. You can switch it. I'm not sure how. Not that I'm too worried about it. But I'm glad to have just the regular radios. I've been waiting for something like that. I also want to get this for P3D and X-Plane. They have the same bundle for both of those. John, I think you said you have this. Do you know how to get rid of this? There's a way to remove this monitor, and I've not figured it out yet. Because some of the screenshots that I've seen, this is gone. This is not showing. And I want to get rid of that. Is there a button somewhere? Not sure. Yeah, mine was like 61, or actually mine was 80 gigs. But from what I understand, the total install now, instead of being over 100 gigs, is now shrunk to around 80 gigs. Somehow they found a way to compress it. Yeah, for the most part, it had me almost download the whole thing all over again. So when it was doing that, my first thought was, gee, I hope this thing still works. And it's working. It's working just fine. It's nice and smooth. Of course, I don't have any clouds up in the sky, but we can add some. Let's see, is all my presets here? Yep, I still got all my presets, so that's good. We got low-level clouds, mid-level clouds. Let's take a look at that one. Okay, well, not quite what I want. There we go. We'll go with hot and humid. Oh, that really affected the flight there. There we go. Really? It's not working? Wow. Have you tried just reinstalling it, just fresh, just a clean, fresh install? I hate that they're forcing updates. Oh, this is interesting. Oh, we don't have GPS. Okay, so that's fine. I'm looking for the light switch here. What is this? Who knows? We got a blinking light over here. Maybe the lights are up here. going to try to get some lights on this, but I guess what we have is the red lights. That's fine. That's okay. Oh my word. That is a really bummer. What is this from Restream? Congratulations, you've received 100 messages today. I've never had that before. I've never seen it do that before. I just do my streaming through Restream. Even though I'm not doing a dual stream at the moment, it's just easy because I can just flick a switch and switch between Twitch and YouTube. I don't have to try to go into the separate things for each one. It's just easier to do it through Restream. So it's like, congratulations, what do I get? Do I get a prize? What's that? That's not it. Oh, that might be it. All right. I'm going to look inside the community folder and see if I can find some manuals here. Documents. The Turbo Arrow. I don't know what an ODM is. Oh, look at that. They have a paint kit. Oh, we need to make the Killer Gamer livery. Anybody good with liveries? Do they want to make a Killer Gamer livery? That would be awesome. All right, let's take a look at the manual here. I like how this says, available to buy online. Well, if you have the manual, unless you can download the manual individually, you probably can. Introduction. Hey, let's get rid of this. Let's zoom in here. That's not zooming in. Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay, how can I turn that off? I don't know. I'll use the page up, page down. All right. Don't care about that. Installation, updates, blah, blah, blah. Systems, I don't care, don't care, don't care, don't care. Yeah, I don't care about all that. Doors and exits. If both latches are not rotated to the latch position, the passenger door will not fully shut. Flight controls, engine controls, induction system, propeller. Okay, panel guide. Here we go. Annunciator panel is mounted in the upper instrument panel. Upper instrument panel. Must be this right here. A large baggage area located behind the rear seats, accessible either from the cabin or through a large outside baggage door on the right side of the aircraft. It is the pilot's responsibility when baggage is loaded to be sure the aircraft's center of gravity falls
Remember that. Here is all this stuff. There we go. That works better. Vacuum gauge. What's number 4? Gear unsafe warning lights. 5 starter engage lights. This is the annunciator. Press to test. Here's VOR 1. Nav GPS source switch. Controls which source is used by HSI VOR 1. I'm going to assume this is what they're talking about. Here's the direction indicator. HSI. Left mid panel. Oil pressure. Temperature. Ammeter. Like all the stuff you really don't pay attention to. Yoke toggle spot 5. Left tank. Fuel pressure. Right tank. Autopilot controls refer to autopilot section. Electric pitch trim push button. Press in to enable the electric pitch trim. Rocker switch located on the yoke. Magnetos, manifold, tachometer, landing gear level. 7, automatic gear extension warning light. I have a light that's... I don't think I have the... Okay, I think I know why. Automatic gear extension. Okay, gear position lights. Fuel tank selectors over here. Emergency locator transmitter switch. Storm window here. Throttles. Friction control. I've not seen that before. Here's the intercom, DME selector, GPS 100. We don't need it. We turn it off. DME, ADF, standby altimeter, DATCON hour meter. What was that, 7? Yeah, right there. I never used this either. Heating control levers here. Fan control, circuit breaker, which doesn't do anything. The center panel. Audio selector, nav 1, nav 2. Navigation and radio light switch. Okay, so that's oh, okay. We found the lights. Batteries, fuel pump, landing lights, rotating beacon, pitot heat, and what is this here? Panel light switch, okay. Well, we know where our lights are at. Exhaust gas temperature, alternate air control lever, upper cockpit, sun visors, outside air temperature, a whiskey compass. If you use this too much, you get drunk. Parking brake, rudder control, flaps, emergency gear, elevator trim wheel and indicator, a yoke timer, this is the audio selector. This is obvious stuff here. Here's the volume knob. Frequency, what's 8? Oh, that's volume knob also. That's the transponder. Oh, look at this. You get important codes there. That's cool. Squawk ident, reply light. Here is the GPS 100.
Self-test page. Initialization. Satellite. Active route. Go to blah blah. I'm not worried about all that. Fuel planning. That's kind of interesting. DME. Alright, 3 position. Okay, so there is frequency setting. The unit can be channeled internally. Ground speed. Remote setting. The DME is channeled when you select your nav frequency on the nav1 receiver. On-off switch. That's down. Oh, this down here. I was trying to find that. Frequency selector. ADF. Autopilot. Okay, engage, roll, heading, navigation approach coupler knob. Well, it says not operable on ours. I don't know why. Click on the Piper label above the knob to toggle altitude hold mode. Oh, you have to click on the Piper label. Okay. Let's go over here. Let's click on it. There it is. Yay! We got altitude hold now. It helps to read the instructions. The tooltip text indicates whether altitude hold mode is engaged. 5 coupler radios, selector switch. I'm going to skip all that. I'm not worried about checklists. We don't use those anyway. I already know about that. My goodness, this is a long... This is like 83 pages. Here we go. Electronic flight bag. The tablet can be switched on and off. Yep, I already know that. Using the physical home button on the right bezel. I want to turn it... I want to get rid of it. I want to completely get rid of it. Maybe we can't. Maybe it's stuck that way. I don't want that electronic thing. I don't want that. Maintenance. You can do maintenance. Yoke, stores, flight info, co-pilot. You can turn on a co-pilot. Flying turbo arrow. You see, look on this picture here, it doesn't show that monitor thing, and that's what I'm trying to get rid of. I'm trying to get rid of that. There's all the doors. Not the group. Although the rock group, The Doors, is a good one. People are strange when you're a stranger. Let's see, starting the engine. Blah, blah, blah. I don't see anything on here about turning off that electronic flight bag. It did mention something about the home key, but... See, you can turn it off, but I can't get rid of it. And I want to get rid of this. I don't want to see it. Oh, we'll turn that off. How many miles are we here? We're... Okay, we just passed Salmon, Idaho. We're supposed to go at a course of... It was like 020 or something close to that. I can't read it. 023, which should take us to Butte, but for some odd reason, this is not tuning in. Is it on... Whoa. Is this on GPS? Is that the problem? This doesn't seem to be working for some reason. I'm not getting a signal. Let's change this to 111.6. Maybe the VOR's not in there. Well, this wouldn't be the first time that a VOR was not in Flight Simulator 2020 when it should be. Whoop. Okay, well, I'm trying to turn this stupid thing off. It apparently doesn't work. I guess I should read the checklist, huh? No, we're not lost. We passed Salmon. Let me try this. There's another VOR. So this is where we're at. We're here at Salmon down here. So I'm heading on a vector of 023, which should take us in that area. Maybe we can't pick it up because of the mountains. I don't know. But there is another VOR over here for Whitehall. Here's the Butte, Montana airport right here. Well, that can't be good. What does this say? I can't read it. Stall? Overstall? I don't know what it says. Where were we? 113.7. That's what it was. All right. Well, see, now we got, what is it, 90 miles away? Really? I guess we're not close enough to pick up Butte. That's weird. All right. Well, we're heading in the right direction. So Butte must be 80 miles away. So it's going to be about 40 minutes until we get to that area. Greek 4. Am I a real pilot? No. If I was a real pilot, this would be embarrassing. Sounds like the plane's about ready to shake itself apart. Now I just recently bought this aircraft. I've been wanting to get this aircraft for a while because I can do old-fashioned navigation. That's why I wanted this one. Where are we going? We're heading to Butte, Montana. That's what this VOR is tuned in. Well, it's not tuned in, but we're not getting a signal from it. I've been trying to get a signal from it. So I picked another VOR that was close. So it looks like we're 85 miles away. So I turned off the moving map here on Navigraph because I want to use old-fashioned navigation, just like in Flight Simulator 1 and Flight Simulator 2. So we're somewhere in this area. We just left Salmon. I can't get Butte tuned in for some reason, but I can tune in Whitehall. So at the moment, we're heading to this VOR right here. We're going to land at KBTM. We'll take a short break, and I'll load up the Turbo 4. We'll fly the Turbo 4. So yeah, I just recently got this right here from Just Flight. It's the PA-28R Arrow III and the Turbo Arrow 3 and 4 bundle. So yeah, we'll switch to the 4 after the break. Yeah, I think it's the distance and it's the mountains. I think the mountains are blocking the signal. Either that or the VOR is not in the sim for whatever reason. What did John say? Oh, it can be toggled using the ICOM switch on the right instrument channel or panel. Let's take a look. Talking about this? Aha! There it is. We got it. Woo! Thanks, John. I appreciate that. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Let's see. I'm going to disable our altitude hold so we can clear these mountains here. what is that? That's 3. Let's change this a little bit here. Looks like I might have to adjust that. Okay, and then, so the altitude hold is right here. You have to click this. Oh, now this works. Interesting. Okay. You have to click the little Piper logo right up there. Let's get an external view here. Pretty nice. Look at that. Even with the clouds, it looks really good. Although I don't have the that one weather program. I don't have that one weather program loaded up. I think that was causing lag also. What are we cruising at here? 140 knots? What's our ground speed? 172. Ain't nothing like a turbo to get you where you want to go. My weather thing at? That's not it. Ah, yes, my Rex Weather Force 2020. It's probably not compatible. I probably have to update it. Let's see if I have to do a download of Rex Weather Force. The latest version is 6.0. June? I did a review of Weather Force 2020. Can't they put a link to my channel? God. Come on, give Killer TV some love. Let me start it here. Let's see. No, I've got this. I've got the current version. Let's see. No, I've got the latest version. We're going to set a dynamic weather preset, approaching warm front. We'll see if this works here. We got to set this to clear. And then I got to go to start weather synthesis. It's injecting weather. There it is. Okay, so Weather Force 2020 is still working. That's good. We have some crazy turbulence here. Plane's about ready to rattle apart, so, you know, all's good. Apparently we're going too fast. Nope. Okay, there we go. We are 49 miles from the VOR, and Butte, Montana is still not showing up here. Yeah, I don't think that VOR is in the simulator. At 40 miles, we should be getting a signal. And I have triple checked the frequency for Coppertown Butte. It's 111.6, and that's what I have tuned in, and we're not getting anything. Yeah, we should be getting something. Unless this is broke. I don't know. Let's see if 113.7 works. Ah! We're not getting a signal. Is this broke? Maybe I need to turn it on. This is not moving. Neither is this, but what are we missing here? The fact that this is not turning on, it appears to be turned off, but there is... Whoops. I don't see an on switch for this. Where do you see the off switch? See, that's volume. It's not that. I don't see a... Aha! There we go. See, I never changed anything on nav2. It wasn't working. Okay, well, we got our frequency now. Yay. All right. Yeah, no copper. Oop. Sorry, that was the other lure. There it goes. There it goes. See, we got some honest gameplay here. So if anyone buys this aircraft and is wondering what in the heck, why are things not working? Well, see, you can learn things from this channel. Let's take a vector that's in between these two. And that should take us right to Butte. The Butte Airport. We should be around 35 miles away from it. See, I didn't read the 88-page manual before flying. Hey, you know me, I just jump into a plane and fly it. It's like this blinking light. There's something going on here. I'm not sure what it is. Yeah, this is an awesome aircraft. I got the, I got the bundle. I think it was $70. I haven't tried the other aircraft. I'm sure they're just as beautiful as this one. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say that this is definitely worth it. I'd have to say this is probably the best aircraft that I have right now. The two Coronados I have are okay. But Coronado is Coronado. They recycle the same sounds. While this one is actually designed the way it should be. Let's try flying away from the mountain. I've turned off ATC, not using it, because I just want to do old-fashioned flying. Okay, looks like we got some charts for Butte, Montana. Let's take a look. We have an ILS, runway 15. That sounds good to me. We'll make use of that. So we'll be going past it and coming in. Here's a diagram of the airport. So we'll land, take taxiway B, and we'll park right here. And we should be coming in at 10,000 feet. And I'm right at 10,000 feet, so that works. ILS is 110.9. Oh, look at that. We're picking up the ILS. Oh, good. We can switch this to Nav 1. What? We're 12 miles away? We must be coming up to the airport. All right, 155. Yeah, exactly, John. In regards to the ATC. Yeah, I've done a flight to Butte, Montana before, so I know it's sitting on top of a mountain. It's probably up here somewhere. Wait a minute, did we pass it? No. It's just kind of odd that this is saying to instead of from. I don't think we're getting the right signal. You're right. You're right. That is the big mine. Oh, that's right. I'm confusing the Butte, Montana airport with something else. Something else in Montana. Billings. I'm confusing the Butte airport with the Billings airport. They both start with B. Okay, so yeah, I am familiar with this area now. There's the ILS right there. let's see, 1.2, 3, 4, 6 miles, 8 miles, 12 miles. Let's take a look at this. Okay, so if we fly out this direction, I would say the Coppertown will tune this in to 027. Once it crosses, we'll know to turn to intersect the ILS so we can get to the magic intersection. So let's tune this in to 111.6 and change this to 027, right around there. Okay, so when this needle centers, we will need to turn and intersect the ILS, which the airport's back here. I'm going to change our heading. Go this way here. We'll go ahead and drop some flaps. Yeah, the airport is like right around here. Actually, I think that's it. I thought I saw a beacon. Yeah, there's a beacon right there. I bet that's it. Now, does this autopilot have ILS on here? There's nav, heading, localizer. Huh. Well, that might work. We'll find out if that part of the autopilot works. We should be making our turn somewhere around 12 miles, so I think it's going to be close here. Okay, we won't pull down those flaps yet. I don't want to bring my landing gear down just yet. We're still waiting for this needle to center. Shouldn't be too much longer. Unless it already has. I'm going to change it just in case here. Let's find out. That's close. That's close enough. Let's go ahead and make that turn. We're going to make a reciprocal heading of 027. We'll just say 025. Add 180 to that. That's 185. No, that's not. Yeah, I don't know how to add. 125. That's 180. 125? What the hell am I saying? 205. Alright, right there. Okay, to show you what we're doing. Here's the ILS. We're around this area and we're coming down this route here to intersect with the Magic intersection and pick up the ILS and head south and land on runway 15. Yeah, there is some crazy turbulence going on there. I've kept my landing lights on this whole time, so we don't need to turn those on. As much as I would love to be a pilot in real life, one, I wouldn't be able to afford it unless I become famous on YouTube. It could happen. It could happen with the new content that I have planned here. But I also have this thing about heights. It's not so much a fear of heights, it's a fear of falling. And I don't know if that would affect me in a real plane like this or not. It does not affect me on an airline. But on one of the anniversaries that my wife and I went on, it was like 4 or 5 years ago or something, we were in a helicopter. We did a helicopter tour. And, oh, she was having a blast. I was sitting there, I was shaking and scared because when I was looking around, pretty much what I saw was a small box and we were just kind of, floating. And so that was kind of unnerving to me. And it's just because I have this very vivid imagination, and it affects me because of that. Okay, that's all right. Just double checking our gauges, making sure everything is correct. D Viper 985. This is the Turbo Arrow. It is. This is the number. This is the third one. We're landing over here in Butte, Montana. We'll take a short break, and I'm going to pull out the Turbo 4. I bought the bundle today. I've been wanting to get this aircraft for a while because I can do old-fashioned navigation, which is what we're doing. Alright, let's turn off altitude hold. We don't want to let the vertical indicator get away from us. Hey, all I gotta say, the Viper, is you are going to love this plane. This has become my new favorite on Flight Sim 2020. And I'm gonna buy this bundle for P3D and also for X-Plane. Yeah, I do all the simulators. I do the classic simulators too. Flight Sim 98.5. We were showing a video earlier in the flight of Flight Simulator 1. Whoops. Oh, we missed the, we overshot it. That VOR came up quickly. FS5. Yeah, mine was Flight Simulator 2 for the Commodore 64. That was my first one. Alright, lower the landing gear. Adjust our heading a little bit. Let's see if we can get this thing to work. We got the outer marker. Sea Stalker. I haven't played that one.
I think my very first Commodore 64 game was Solo Flight. And then Forbidden Forest. There we go. There is the runway there, folks. We are locked in. Zork? I did play Zork. I didn't get very far. What I remember most about Zork is it's dark. You hear something. That's what I remember about Zork. It's dark. You hear something. We got the middle marker. You want to know something funny about the grooves? There is this mod pack on Minecraft that have grooves in it. It's RL Craft. I don't know if you're into Minecraft or not, but there are actually grooves in there. So if you don't have any light, you will actually hear it'll actually say it's dark. Something is moving around or something along those lines. All right, I'm going to turn off autopilot here. I do have a video over on my YouTube channel with RL Craft. The very first time that I played it, that was interesting. Come on down, girl. Nice. No! Ah! Okay, that was rough. That was rough. Maybe I shouldn't have cut the power that much. I have a secret power, though, where we can walk away from walk away from this thing is hard to turn. I have been able to land this. I did one test with it and I was able to land it. And I was pulling back on the stick and it wasn't responding. I'm like, oh crap. Yeah, you're right. We don't need the aircraft. We're switching to an Arrow 4, so it's all good. If I told you that I haven't read the manual yet, would you be surprised? Who needs a manual? Just jump in the plane and fly. Yeah, exactly. Manual. What manual?
We don't need no stinking manual. We'll just park over here. Because why not? Oh, here we go. Fuel. Yeah. Stop right there. Where's my parking brake? There we go. Whoa. Shut this thing down here.